Thanks to Wendigo Tea for their support. They're keeping each episode steeped in mystery and value. WendigoTea.com.
Your daily game plan for success. It's Sax in the Morning. Steve Sax.
Hi, Steve Sax here with Sax in the Morning, and today is Monday, March 20th, and we are really getting into springtime now, and I thought this would be a good time for you to pause and reevaluate how your year is going. You know, even when I was a financial consultant, if nobody did anything in the account, they would still get like a reevaluation update in their account just to kind of reset and kind of show you where you are. So that's kind of what we're doing now is it's every, quarter. It's a good time to do a little self-check and see where we are. And you know what's been really going great for me this year is all this Wendigo tea I've been drinking. Man, I'm getting hooked on this. This is great. I've got a big box of it at my house, and I have a cup of the Bigfoot black tea right here with me in the studio. I just took a nice little swig there. And guess what? It's such good quality tea that you can brew it more than once in one sitting. This is the second time I've filled up my cup with water with the same tea leaves. So go to WendigoTea.com and save 15% when you enter the promo code of SAX, that's S-A-X, at checkout. And you can also find the link at saxinthemorning.com. So I found this article that gives 10 priorities to evaluate your life to create more happiness. So I'm going to go break these 10 ideas down over the next 3 shorts this week. And hopefully you'll find some takeaways in your life and not have to wait until next New Year's Day to start making some changes. And these come from a great resource I found called thestartofhappiness.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the first 3 today on Monday, do 3 more on Tuesday, and then we'll do 4 on Wednesday. But the first one, I looked at this article and I thought, man, this is just exactly what I talk about all the time. And as our faithful listeners, the main thing I talk about is you got to do something you love to do. Guess what? That's number 1. Spend as much time as you can doing something you love to do in the macro, which means in the big sense, and in the micro, in the small sense. I believe that you have to do. This is like the essence of life to me. You all know that I love to talk. Now, I got my podcast. You all know that I loved to play baseball when I was young, and I was fortunate to be a baseball player. So those type of things, you know what? I promise you, I feel like I've never worked in my life. Well, I actually feel like I did when I had a paper route when I was a little kid and when I worked in the restaurant as a busboy and a dishwasher. But after that, when I was a young adult, I've never worked a day in my life because I've done something I love to do in the large sense, as we talked about before, in the career choices that I've had. I've been so fortunate to do what I love to do. Let me give you an example of something else I like to do. Like, the day goes through and I do all my stuff and whatever, and it's late in the afternoon. This is what I do a lot late in the afternoon is I like to smoke my pipe. I'm not a smoker. I don't inhale, but I like to smell cherry Cavendish smoke. It smells really good to me. It comes out of my pipe and I love it. So what do I do late in the afternoon? I like to go in my backyard, pet my dog, get in tune with nature. I've got a big backyard with lots of hummingbirds, and it's beautiful back there. And so I like to shut the heck down. Shut down. Put the ball down, put the mic down, put whatever down, and just be in the moment. Be in the moment, clear my head, smell some cherry Cavendish, meditate, look at the beautiful nature, thank God for me being here. Thank God for all the great things that I've been so lucky to have in my life. Thank God for my wonderful son in heaven. Thank God for my beautiful daughter. And you know what? My grandson, I'm a lucky person still. And that's what I like to do late in the day. And number 2, surround yourself with people who want to be happy. I mean, this may sound like a strange request, but it's important. And again, I'm just going to read this right out of the article. And this is what they said. If you want to be happy, the fastest way is to hang around people who are happy. In other words, it's time to distance yourself from emotional vampires. Certainly, you can't do that 100% of the time, especially if the toxic individuals are your coworkers or relatives. But you can minimize the impact they have on you by minimizing your contact with them. Replace them with people who genuinely care about you and want you to lead a fulfilled life. It's kind of tough. We talk about, they're family. I get it. But you got to look out for yourself. And being around somebody that's toxic and tolerating it just because they're family, no. Doesn't mean you have to extricate them, but maybe you limit the time with somebody that's extremely negative. I do. I won't be around it. I just won't do it. That's one of the guidelines. Not going to be around the negativity. You're throwing negativity my way, I'm out. Okay? Sorry, no offense, but not doing it. And number 3, set some personal goals that will get you closer to where you want to be. And we've obviously talked about this in a whole set, as a short before. You can't just go out and say, I'm going to conquer it in one day. You got to put yourself in a position to be successful. And the best way to do that is by doing it with small steps. I mean, you can't eat an elephant in one bite, right? You just got to kind of one step at a time, right? And if you put yourself in a position to be successful like this, it's going to add up, because small conquests over a period of time will change the human demeanor. Your confidence starts to be more obvious to people, and you start to take more risks and not afraid to fail more. When you start to put yourself in a position and you become more successful and doing it in small steps. Let's say a woman wants to run a marathon before she turns 40. Okay, she's not going to go out and run 26 and a half miles the third day. Let her start out by doing, in small steps. Do a mile or 2 now. Pretty soon, maybe by a couple months from now, she's up to 8 or 9 miles, and you start working in it that fashion. So it's not going to happen overnight, but those small conquests over a period of time can be a real big difference maker for you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about 3 more steps along these lines of reevaluation, and that is my short for today. If you like what you heard, give us a positive review, subscribe, and share. Also, remember that the Sax in the Morning swag is now available on my Instagram site. Go to saxinthemorning_podcast. You'll see it right there on the Instagram, and just hit the link. Everything's there: mugs, hats, tumblers, you name it. Take advantage of it.